So if you ever felt like your toddler hears you, looks you in the eyes, and still does the exact opposite, you're not crazy. They're simply testing boundaries. That doesn't mean they're defiant towards you. That's how they understand the world. And also, if you feel inconsistent and exhausted, doesn't mean that you're a bad parent. But creating boundaries and keeping them requires a lot of energy. So how can you be consistent with your boundaries when you're sleep deprived, or when you're overwhelmed with so many emotions, so many crying, so many tantrums? So here's a simple practice. You see, the reason why we are overwhelmed is because we set too many boundaries and we are not consistent with them. That is why, because there are too many boundaries. It's overwhelming for the toddler and for the parent. So what if instead you do this? You set only 3 boundaries and you offer the same response. You see, if we always react the same way, that's predictable. And what does that mean for the toddler? Safety. For example, choose like no hitting. If the child hits someone, everything stops. And always have the same response. If they're running in the street, grab their hand and stop whatever you're doing. And the third, if they're throwing food, don't give them a meal anymore. You see, just by doing that, they're gonna learn these are the boundaries and I have to respect them. Of course, after a while, you can introduce more. But if you have 3, you can also be consistent. So that's how you start to learn your toddler boundaries. And also, don't see a boundary like a wall, because they're not. They're more like a bridge in which you teach someone how to treat you and themselves. And if we always give the same response, the same reaction, that's predictability. And the toddler feels safe. You see, they can't remember that many rules, that many boundaries. And they are inclined to push the boundaries because that's how they see the world. That's how they get to know the world. So just remember, start with 3 boundaries. That's how you get consistent. That's how you stop being overwhelmed. That's it for today.